Top 9 Sexiest Bikes of All Time. 1. MV Agusta F4cc. If power is the ultimate aphrodisiac, then MV Agusta's F4cc is the planet's most sexually charged motorcycle. Not simply because of its sheer horsepower, a claimed 200 bhp with the titanium race exhaust in place, nor because only 100 units will be built, at €100,000 apiece. No, the CC's real power is in its name. The CC stands for Claudio Castiglione, MV's president. They could just as easily be for Capo dei Capi, the mafia term for boss of bosses. I put my name to this motorcycle because I originally dreamed of it for myself, says Castiglione. It is created to be the ultimate F4, an unashamedly self-indulgent, money-no-object version of the radial 16-valve 4 on which the famous Italian marque was reborn. 2. Yamaha RD350LC. If bikes such as the Desmosticai and RC30 are motorcycling's supermodels, then the RD350LC is the saucy sixth former that all the boys fancied at school, and it's no less appealing for that. In the early 80s there was nothing on wheels that matched the LC's blend of clean good looks, razor-sharp performance, racetrack cred and down-to-earth price. This was the blonde bombshell that teenage leather jackets could take home to meet the folks, and which was a total blast to ride. Despite its humble status, the LC had class in its genes. The liquid-cooled two-stroke twin was descended not only from Yamaha's line of superb air-cooled roadsters such as the RD350 and RD400, but also from the all-conquering liquid-cooled TZ350 and 250 racers. Adding the water jacket to the RD cylinders allowed Yamaha to boost output to 47 bhp, good for 110 miles per hour with a thrilling kick as the power came in with an orgasmic 6-grand shriek. 3. Cagiva V589. One of the most vivid images from 500cc Grand Prix racing in the late 80s was of Randy Mamola Power sliding his factory Cagiva sideways out of a bend with smoke pouring off its rear slick. Randy managed only one podium finish aboard the Cagiva and couldn't approach the 4 championship runner-up spots he'd managed for Suzuki, Honda and Yamaha. But the tiny Italian factory's efforts to beat the Japanese giants in racing's toughest class were truly heroic. Cagiva's creation might not have been the fastest of the 500cc brat pack, but it was surely the most deliciously sleek and streamlined. There was plenty of high-tech beneath its all-enveloping bodywork, too. The 498cc liquid-cooled V4 used contra-rotating twin crankshafts and produced about 150 bhp. The twin-spar aluminium frame and banana swinger were Cagiva's own, suspension was Marzocchi and Öhlins' finest. 4. 1961 Harley Davidson Duo Glide. It's no wonder that Harley has forged such a successful business by faithfully copying the look of its greatest hits from the 50s and beyond. One glance at this immaculately preserved Duo Glide confirms the pulse-quickening, gut-churning appeal of a big, air-cooled 45-degree V-twin engine. Housed in a long, laid-back cruising machine with cow horn bars, swoopy fenders, buddy seat, lashings of chrome and a gas tank shaped just so. Especially when it's all wrapped up with a technical advance that made the FLH Duo Glide, released in 1958, one of Milwaukee's most significant machines. 8 years earlier, the Model L had introduced Hydra-Glide telescopic suspension to Harley's range. Now the 74 V-twin gained hydraulically damped rear shocks, adding considerably to the comfort of a bike whose 52 bhp output gave genuine ton-up performance. 5. Suzuki GSX-R 750G. Life in the fast lane was transformed when the GSX-R 750 exploded onto the scene in 1985. Tall, slim and with those 2 round headlights set in a shapely full fairing just like Suzuki's works endurance racers, the outrageously light and fit GSX-R made every rival seem like a fat bird with acne. Suzuki's engineers had simply redefined what was possible from a mass-produced motorcycle. The GSX-R's revolutionary aluminium frame weighed less than half as much as the steel equivalent of its GSX 750 predecessor. Foam-backed instruments, slender 18 inches wheels, and the oil-cooled motor's magnesium cam cover contributed to an all-up weight of 176 kilograms, over 30 kilograms down on Yamaha's new FC 750. But Suzuki's superstar didn't crush the opposition just by dieting, it was powerful as hell too. The 16-valve 4 made 100 bhp, coming alive at 7,000 revolutions per minute to send the bike tonking to over 145 miles per hour. 6. 2008 Ducati Desmosticai RR. If any modern superbike demands that all performance-hungry motorcyclists should stand up and salute as it roars by, it's Ducati's extraordinary V4 missile, the Desmosticai RR. Not that you're ever likely to see one of these stunningly exotic Moto P replicas in the local high street anytime soon, even if the Bologna firm has increased the hand-built production run to over 1,000 to meet undreamt of demand for a bike costing more than £40,000. Such a price might normally seem ludicrous even for the finest of production bikes, but not for the Desmo 16. Ducati's audaciously conceived and brilliantly realized 989cc 16-valve V4 is improbably similar to the Mighty Works Desmo Stisai on which Troy Bayliss won the final race of MotoGP's 990cc era 2 years ago, and which was regularly the fastest of all the factory weapons in a straight line. 7. 1992 Honda NR 750. The sexiest new bike of 1992 was not the phenomenal Fire Blade, but Honda's much less accomplished yet still achingly gorgeous NR 750. The oval piston V4's drop-dead looks, long list of technical innovations and unapproached air of quality and exclusivity made even the brilliant blade seem almost ugly Betty. Never mind that the NR 500 4-stroke racebike that inspired the Roadster had embarrassingly uncompetitive against the V4 2-strokes following its debut in 1979, or that any theoretical advantage of oval pistons was irrelevant on a street bike. More than a decade after abandoning the Racer, whose unique twin-Conrod piston arrangement had been designed to mimic a V8, Honda launched the 32-valve, fuel-injected, staggeringly complex NR whose 125 bhp max output made it the world's most powerful production 750. 8. Kawasaki Z900A1 1973. The mighty 903cc4 with which Kawasaki redefined high-performance motorcycling in 1973 was not just the most awesomely fast and powerful superbike ever built. It was also a breathtakingly handsome machine whose high bars, teardrop tank, slinky side panels and color-matched ducktail perfectly complemented its muscular, air-cooled powerplant. Not that most riders of rival bikes got more than a glimpse of its upswept 4-pipe exhaust system as the Z1 charged into the distance. Good looks are all very well, but it was brutal power that earned the king its nickname. The Doke engine's maximum output of 82 bhp at 8,500 revolutions per minute outclassed Honda's single-cam CB750 unit by fully 15 bhp. The Z1 accelerated towards its 130 miles per hour plus top speed with enough acceleration to rip the sleeves off its rider's cheesecloth shirt. In addition, the engine's tuning potential was huge, and its bottom-end strength turned the adjective bulletproof into a 70s cliché. 9. 1988 Honda RC30. There had been plenty of exotic two-wheeled pornography before Honda unleashed the VFR 750R in 1988. But there had never been anything as hardcore this. The machine codenamed RC30 was close to being Honda's all-conquering RVF 750 factory racebike with lights, a stunningly faithful recreation of the V4 missile that ruled top-level 4-stroke racing. Its sleek RVF shape, unmatched specification and racing heritage made the RC30 highly desirable, but it was the Honda's all-devouring performance that made it irresistible. Its 112 bhp output, combined with compact size and slippery bodywork, sent the bike surging to 155 miles per hour with a deceptively effortless feel and a deliciously deep 360-degree V4 exhaust drone that raised the hairs on your neck. The rigid frame and pro-arm, racy RVF geometry, and peerless suspension gave handling so precise it was as though you were gripping the front wheel spindle. Very thanks for watching it. Subscribe to see more sexy contents like this.